underneath is parallel. Okay. Internet principle of operation. देखो बेटा, these are just definitions. So let's say, what is a browser? You need to understand one thing first. What is that thing? The thing is, until late 80s and early 90s, we were unable to see the data in the shape of pages. अभी तो जैसे ये ब्राउजर खुला हुआ है ना, इसमें आपको पेज नजर आ रहा है ना. We are accustomed, being human, to see the data in the form of pages. Data was not that way earlier. Tim Berners-Lee, a person, CERN lab, European research labs, mainly for physics, but they do so many things. Maybe you must have heard of this Long Hadron Collider, LHC. They are CERN's work. Anyways, to find the God's particle. Anyways, what we are talking about is that this Tim Berners-Lee in late 80s had researched this in CERN labs to find a way to represent the data in the form of pages. So he invented World Wide Web, WWW. What? The protocol. A set of rules and a software that enables the data to be shown in the form of pages. So he gave birth to HTML so that the data could be presented on the page. He invented www, and then browsers born. Browsers are software which are actually clients. What is client? आपने browser खोला and you are browsing facebook.com. So Facebook is server and your browser is what? Client. We think that clients are machine. No, clients are software. The browser is a client that fetches data from the server and show it to you in the form of pages. And what it follows? It follows www, World Wide Web. So what is the difference between internet and World Wide Web? Internet is an infrastructure. I am just telling you generalized. You don't have to get into it. You don't have to get into details of it. You just need to understand what it is. Internet works on HTTP. Okay? Hypertext transfer protocol. Internet works on top of protocol. Internet protocol. HTTP. All right. There is another model called OSI model. Layers. HTTPS का ये होता है HTTP, HTTPS का भी हम differences पे बात करते हैं. HTTP works in layers. All right. So these layers, when we talk about security, we will talk about SSL. SSL works on layer number 3. Between 3 and 4, that is transport layer. Between those. All right. So we will discuss about it. So what I'm trying to tell, that internet is based on HTTP. HTTP is a layered software system that facilitates infrastructure. Now, what is infrastructure? Let's say in Karachi city, we have got so many roads all over Karachi city. So when we want to reach from one point to another point, we adapt a way. But that way is not almost the same until unless there is just one way. We can enroute so many sites. This road pe dil chahe, us pe chala. So there are so many roads. Number 2, there are so many services working on these roads. Uber, Kareem, taxi, Kalipili, cycle, your car, their bus, rickshaw. So many services are working on these roads. So this World Wide Web is one of the service working on the infrastructure. So what is infrastructure? HTTP, the internet. And what is the service? World Wide Web. So the difference between, people think that World Wide Web is internet. No, it is not. What is World Wide Web? A service that shows the data in the form of pages. What is the protocol? World Wide Web. Internet is a service. Infrastructure. There are so many services. अब कौन-कौन service? FTP भी उस पे चलता है, mail भी उस पे चलता है, Goofer भी उस पे चलता है, World Wide Web भी उस पे चलता है. Although the World Wide Web is the bigger chunk of that service. So people think that since mostly we use only World Wide Web with it, so World Wide Web is internet. No, internet is infrastructure. All right. So what is browser? Browser facilitates World Wide Web and it shows the data which is fetched according to the rules set by World Wide Web. Okay. Acha. Show understanding of the role of an internet service provider. ISP. There are companies which enables your computer. Once you get attached to them, they attach you to the infrastructure. You cannot get attached to the infrastructure directly. So this company sits between you and the infrastructure to facilitate. It's like the Uber driver is actually driving your Uber car. So this is Uber driver, ISP. All right. So what happens? That you ask this company to give you a connection, and for that connection, this company enables you to serve the internet, the protocol HTTP. So ISP is the company which gives you an IP address. You utilize that IP address to recognize yourself as an internet user and to tell others that I am available at this IP address. Please come and visit, and I will be using this IP address to visit you. Hearing. So ISP is the facilitator which provides you with the internet access by giving you an IP address. Now, to understanding what is meant by hypertext transfer protocol, I explained. And HTML. HTML is the language which you require to what? Make those pages which you need your browser or others browser to show over the. So it's like a skeleton to our body. All right. So HTML gives the skeleton, the parts of the pages which actually form the pages. And whereas this another thing, distinguish between HTML structure and presentation. Hold on, I've got one definition I would like to show it. All right. All right. Can you please write? Can you please write? Just note it down. आज 4 बजे 15 मिनट के बाद. Okay. Structure, HTML structure. All right. Essential part, लिखते जाएं साथ में. Essential part of the HTML document that includes the meaning, and structural markup. Structural markup are actually HTML tags of the document. This is HTML structure. That's it. So what it does, these are essential parts that make up the document. As in, page heading, body, etc. अच्छा, अब आ गई presentation. So get the idea. It's like skeleton to us. It forms us internally, keeps us live, intact. Other one is presentation, HTML presentation. HTML presentation. It is style of the document. Acha, when I say, beta, keep quiet, keep quiet. When I say document, I mean, what I mean is page, page. Technical terminology में, the page itself is called a document. That is how the page will look like. Colors, arrangement, and if there is any sound or video, then how it will be shown. This is your HTML presentation and HTML structure. All right. So that's it for HTML. Three things: MAC addresses and their numbers. How HTML will represent. हम उसको sorry, how hexadecimal will represent it. वहां पे हो गया. दूसरा क्या है? Presentation और structure. That's it. This is it for HTML. You don't have to have any instructions or anything. एक जरूरत नहीं है इसकी, कि आपके सिलेबस में नहीं है. लिख लिया बेटे? चलें जल्दी से लिखें. मोहम्मद अली, करिए. तुम्हारे साथ कितने लोग हैं और जिनको वो चाहिए? पक्का? क्या यार? हाँ? लगा कि चीखना अभी बस बिल्कुल सही आ रही है, बिल्कुल यूनिफॉर्म। ऑलराइट। Okay. One thing that remains in previous chapter was ARQ, automatic repeat request, that I forgot. ARQ is actually a mechanism for data transfer which makes sure that the data has reached to the destination, not the correction, the destination communication. It has reached. Automatic repeat request. What happens that one computer sends data, again it is part of the protocol. Previously set, preset rules, part of the protocol. So what actually happens when the data is sent from one computer to another computer? They have set time that if within this time computer will not send the data, send the signal that the data is received, the sender will resend the data. What it is, they will set time. If the sender sends the data, they will set time. If receiver does not reply, the sender is sending data. If receiver replies, acknowledges, that is fine. The next data would go. If computer B does not send the acknowledgement, the computer A automatically resend the data. That is why we call it automatic repeat request. All right. If computer B sends the data back, there are two possibilities. One, either because of parity or checksum, it says that the data that is received is not correct, so resend it, or it says that the data is received perfectly. So there are three things. Computer A sends data, computer B acknowledges okay. Computer A sends data, computer B is silent. So computer A keeps sending it after some time. 3. Computer A sends the data, computer B replies but says that the data that is received is not correct. So computer A again sends it. That's it. This is called what? Automatic repeat request. ARQ. ये लिखा हुआ ये कुछ नहीं है बेटा, ये कम्युनिकेशन मेथड है. This is not validation verification, it is communication method. Now the last one is URL. अब देखो, ये वेबसाइट है जैकेथॉन की. ऑलराइट, जैकेथॉन की वेबसाइट है. आप इस पे जाते हैं अबाउट पे, आपको ये पिक्चर नजर आती है. आप इस पिक्चर पे करते हैं राइट क्लिक और इस पे जाते हैं आप कॉपी इमेज एड्रेस. अब आपने नोटपैड खोला और इस पे आपने ये एड्रेस डाला. अब अगर आप इसको गौर से देखें इस एड्रेस में आपको कई चीजें नजर आ रही हैं. हम डिस्कस क्या कर रहे हैं? तो it is not domain name, it is not zaconweb.com, it is not zacathon.com, that is domain. What we are actually talking about is this wanted to download. So what is resource? About.jpg. The whole address from HTTP, मतलब internet से लेके to the file which we need to download. We most of the time we download PDF files. So PDF file is resource. So the address of the resource is called Universal Resource Locator. So this is protocol. HTTP and www is what? Protocol. www.zacathon.com is what? Domain. Images a about address, मतलब उसके अंदर डायरेक्टरीज होंगी. कंप्यूटर है ना, zacathon.com is कंप्यूटर, उसके अंदर एक डायरेक्टरी बनी हुई है images, उसके अंदर एक बना हुआ होगा images के अंदर about के अंदर रिसोर्स है. So this is your resource about dot, that is the complete address is called what? Universal Resource Locator. आगे समझ में? So it is about not the domain, it is about what? The file. अब वो फाइल साउंड की है, वीडियो की है, व्हाटएवर की है, हम उस फाइल को डायरेक्टली एक्सेस करना चाहते हैं. अब मैं अगर इस एड्रेस को ब्राउजर के अंदर एंटर करता हूं, I would not see the website, I would see just the resource. I bypassed everything and I reached out to what? That's why I call it Universal Resource Locator. Get it? Good. Now cookies. चलिए, यार मेरा फोन देना, मैंने कुकीज की एक बहुत अच्छी डेफिनेशन दी वो मैं करंट लोगों को. थैंक यू वेरी मच. ऑलराइट, देखें कुकीज क्या होते हैं. सबसे पहले whenever you visit a website including mine or zacathon.com, whatever, that website saves some data in the form of text file in your browser. Matlab you cannot see it outside the browser. Earlier it used to be a time, so it saves it over your hard disk, so that let's say when you revisit the website knows that you already visited. On my website, I track that who actually. Musa, idhar baith ja. So what actually happens? It saves. Now what does it save? It does not save anything whose knowledge to anyone would harm you. It would only save that you as in your IP address, no other thing. You as in your IP address visited this website on this date for this. That's it. Like in my website, I track that who visited my website, not in terms of kiska naam hai, kiska address hai. No, that from Karachi I had so many visits, so many people revisited. How would I know revisited? Until unless I have some knowledge already on your computer. So when you visit second time, I would see that yes, this guy has already visited because you are keeping my cookie there. So cookie is only saving as much data as it does not harm you. Make sure. So अगर एक past paper में question था कि cookie harms? No, it is not. It does not harm you. So how does it harm you? You would have purchased something sometime over the internet, home shopping or e-commerce. So you create a cart. What is cart? Cart is the trolley that we drag around the market to put everything in it. But for internet, it is a text file, cookie file that holds your data until you actually purchase it. So I want to purchase this, I want to purchase that, I want to purchase that. It keeps its accounts in your cookies. Once you check out, means you pay, cookies is clean. So if you, while you are purchasing, I want this, I want this, I want this, light chali gayi, browser band kar diya, when you get back, it would be there because it is saved in your cookie. So it actually does that. It never ever records your personal information. It would not have your name, your address, your home address, your credit card, your bank account number. No. Now, few of the website, they actually provide you this ability like Gmail, that you can change the background, you can change the color and all. So that personalized service. So what do you think? Servers keep this at their own? No, only big companies, because they have got option to save such data. Otherwise, your personalized choices are all cookie. So that when you next time visit, it would look into it, okay, and takes your settings and apply to the website page. So cookies are used for online shopping. Cookies that record any personal information you enter, as well as any does not record any personalized choices. Now, why do people think that cookies are dangerous, and why do people actually avoid it? Why do few of the websites explicitly show that this website makes use of cookies, and you would have to actually enable cookies to visit this website properly, or this website would not function properly? If why? Because people has made it an issue of security. What actually happens? For example, the other day I was on Alibaba, AliExpress, I was looking for the mobile covers. Next thing I know, for several days, Google and Facebook are keep giving me options for my cell phone's covers for about a month. I was not in Google, I was not in Facebook, but yet they are doing what they do. As soon as you log in, or they are, even if they are logged off, they are still tracking your cookies, so that they could see what interests you, what intrigues you. So next time you log in, they take your interest from the cookies, although those cookies do not belong to them. But since cookies are all pooled in the same directory, any website can visit any cookie. So they know, Zafar ko ye chahiye. So they keep throwing it until you buy or you change your choice. All right. So that is bad. Facebook knows that which website you visit, what thing you search for, so that they cook for you. Recently, there was a hype about it. We have all seen Mark Zuckerberg in Senate. Of me, he himself was actually passing comments on himself last time in Facebook address. So you need to understand. So what is a cookie? A file which is created by the website in your browser. It is used for. It is used for your payment thing, and it is used for your data, which is not your personal data in terms of financial or personal information. Why do people think that it is bad? Because they think that other websites may make use of it to find out that what you do. And I have set in Chrome, I have set this, that as soon as I close the Chrome, what Chrome does first, it cleans out all cookies and then it gets closed. Otherwise, my cookies are okay. They are working. As soon as I close my browser, it first cleans out